Yeah.
I'm surprised to see it.
Just a,
All
you know,
right.
just something.
Time to meet, you ready to roll? Chief, you ready? Steve, you ready?
We're going.
Call meeting to order with roll call.
Hyde.
Here.
Birchwood.
Here.
Schulte.
Here.
Gargano.
Here.
Kane.
Here.
Prince.
Here.
Peterson.
Here.
Knutson.
Here.
Stevenson. Mayor.
Here. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. The council will receive information on non-agenda topics brought before the council by members of the public. The council will not discuss these topics and will not take action on any of them at this meeting. Is there anyone who's on the agenda who should be heard? We will go to consent agenda. One motion approves all consent items. Number one, approve minutes for the meeting held on April 24th, 2023. Number two, approve and deny application for original Class B retailer's license for Beer Brewing Amber LLC, DBA Corner Pub Brewing, 100 East Main Street, Amber Giddings, agent. Number three, approve and deny monthly expenditure report for April 2023. Number four, receive monthly building permit report for April 2023. Number five, approve and deny appointment of Beth Voigt to the Historic Preservation Commission. And number six, proclamation designating Police Week 2023, May 14th through the 20th, 2023. Any questions on the consent, or I'll take a motion?
Motion to approve.
Motion by Braunschweig,
Second.
seconded by Knutson. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. We have three items on our general business. Number one is approve and deny resolution 4506-23, authorizing the termination of tax incremental district number 4. Tim?
Thank you, Mayor. So this is deja vu. We did this once before. Now we're doing it on time. Just so you remember, TID 4 was to date our most popular and successful TID. We have a 1-year extension for affordable housing that'll bring in approximately $300,000 into our affordable housing account. And then after that, the TID will terminate, all the bills are paid. And then the city will receive in general taxes approximately $170,000 a year. Any questions?
Any questions for Tim?
We did, the timing was wrong.
Questions or comment? I'll take a motion if one's in order.
Move to approve resolution 4506-23.
Motion by Gargano,
Second.
seconded by Kaney. Anything further? All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Number two is approve and deny release with Bell Bank Equipment Finance for Public Works Street Sweeper. Steve? How are you tonight?
Good. Thank you, Mayor.
Talking item one.
This was approved in the
Talking item one.
capital equipment list that we did last year. And it's the same as what we've done before with the last street sweeper. If you remember, we've been trying to do more of a lease program, and at the end of the 5 years, we trade it in and get a new one, because they're just so expensive, and when they get to over 5 years old, they just start to nickel and dime you to death. I think that one we had before, we stuck 40,000 in it at least. So this is a good program. They take care of the major things. We do the smaller maintenance items. So it's a good program, and they just needed they needed approval from the council for the bank to approve the agreement.
Any questions for Steve?
Pretty much the same. It's actually a little cheaper than it was the last lease.
Just a comment, Your Honor, that this was included in this year's budget. It's just
Yeah.
Dotting the i's, crossing the t's.
correct. Thank you.
Any other questions? Take a motion if one's in order.
Move to approve the lease with Bell Bank Equipment Finance for the sweeper.
Motion by Peterson,
Second.
seconded by Schulte. Anything further? All in favor, signify by saying aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Number three, approve and deny lease agreement with Jag Courts Incorporated to operate the Reedsburg Fieldhouse at 1501 Viking Drive. Tim?
Okay, thanks. Big day. So, after months and months and months of negotiations, we finally have a lease. This is very similar to the letter of intent that we signed in December of 2021. I'll go through the first couple of pages real quick, because that's where I can answer questions on, but the rest of it is all Max. So, I remember it was important to council that, preferential treatment be given to, our local teams. So you can see in subsection 2C, we talk about that. Advance notice from the city, JAG will cooperate with the city to provide local club teams preferential use during times and manners convenient and compatible with JAG commercial use of the Reedsburg Fieldhouse. If you remember, prior to even starting this project, we met with all the teams. Everyone was represented, I think, all the way from basketball, baseball, softball, indoor soccer. Unanimously, they all suggested that they pay a fee, understanding that they were going to have to support this field house monetarily, and they had no problem with that. They were just happy to have the court space. So JAG assures me that they will, with the JAG's intent for this facility is going to be mainly weekend tournaments, and our teams mainly want to use it during the week, so it fits in really well with what they're trying to do. Again, we talk about the rent, the lease space, and that was again outlined in our letter of intent back in 21. Year 1 and 2, $3,500 a month. Year 3 and 4, $4,500 a month. Year 5 and 6, $5,500 a month. And then 7 and 8, $6,500 a month. So after year 8, it's up to you guys to set another price or continue on with the $80 or $6,500 a month. And then some of the things that we're providing to the JAG, property-wise, are basically things that we don't want them to take with them once they leave the lease. I was really reluctant to do any type of electronics because they time out so quickly, but we did agree to do the tabletop scoreboards. I suspect that they'll be in use for probably a year, and then JAG will upgrade to those big table type units and stuff. So we did electrify or put outlets in the floor appropriate for that type of use later on, anticipating that that's what's going to happen. So that's basically the stuff that I put into the lease. The rest is all the legal stuff. So is there any questions with my stuff or the stuff for Max? Max was the one that actually put this together for us.
Questions for Tim?
I have some if I can.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah,
You want me to come up or?
yeah, that's fine. Come up to the, yeah, so you got 3 minutes.
No, nope, that's fine. I guess. The question, on the money that they were paying, Roysons are good people. I've done work with them. The Dome and the Dells, just as a rate for them, they charge $500 an hour for a field rental, Monday through Thursday, and then $250 per soccer field per hour, Monday through Thursday. And then I guess you look at the city's rental rates of just like a ball field is $100 a day, concessions is $75 a day. It doesn't seem like the city is necessarily getting what its value is on the property for 59,000 square feet. I know my gymnastics coach would die. She could this rent, the rent for them right now is almost what she pays for her facility here in town. And she's been looking for a place for 3 years. It's big, so. Some of the commercial businesses deserve those opportunities too, and I just think when you have federal money that's paying for it, donations, I don't know. The other thing would be, the language seems kind of vague with, for local teams for booking, would there be the time that, what's the time frame that they have to be notified if a local team wants to be, wants time, because they'll probably book things out, a year or so in advance, JAG will. Also, in here, I think there should be something about, because they obviously do basketball tournaments, things like that. Our local teams should get maybe some sort of discount to participate in a basketball tournament. So they charge anywhere between $250 to $400 per team for a tournament at JAG right now currently. Could that be reduced so that our teams get to experience play, that maybe from a Chicago team, someone that they wouldn't get to normally play against. It's only going to better our community, and our athletes, and maybe encourage more of them to get scholarships, and stuff like that. Yeah, I don't know. Another thing too was, for the utility commission, is broadcast rights and revenue from the games. Royston's do broadcasting for all their events, it's pay-per-view. Is that something that, whether it's been wired in or, the utility could gain revenue from that, if they have the rights of that.
I can speak to that. They want nothing to do with that.
Because I know they operate a separate business.
They want nothing to do with that.
Yeah.
That's 3 minutes too, Matt.
Oh, okay. Can I say one last quick thing?
Real quick.
Just at the end of the termination, it doesn't say anything like, what happens if there's an event that they have booked and they terminate, the contract? And then, will it stay in this facility or will it get transferred back to their, or their any sponsorship or advertising that they have? That's for this facility, but the city retain those contracts.
Those contracts are with JAG, not with the city, so
Okay.
they would retain them.
Okay.
The discount play, I don't think that the teams wanted any discount play, at least from the conversations that we had with the actual teams, but not you, but the
Yeah,
actual
no,
teams.
and I know,
They were here, didn't want discounts.
was that for the tournaments or was that for?
That was for
just
all
daily
of
use?
it. Nope, that was for all of it.
Okay.
And they were satisfied with the language regarding the use of the facility. As far as the lead times, that's gonna be informal because it's gonna be different for everybody. And they anticipate a lot of empty space during the week when the teams want it. So it may be just a couple of days' notice, depending on what's in this space. And the rent agreement was agreed upon in 2021. This facility would cost us somewhere between $250,000 and $300,000 a year to run ourselves. So we prefer to have someone pay us starting $42,000 a year, and they run everything for us.
No, and I understand that, and it's good to have a business, it's just, yeah. Okay, thanks.
All right. Any other questions, comments? Concerns, or I'll take a motion.
Move to approve the lease agreement with the JAG Courts Incorporated to operate the Reedsburg Fieldhouse, 1501 Viking Drive.
Motion by Gargano,
Second?
seconded by Hyde. Anything further? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Tim, thanks for your hard work on that. It was a little bit of a,
Took a
it took a
little
bit of time. Thanks for sticking
I
with
feel
it.
personally indebted by it.
This, I know it's your project, your wheel well. All right, let's go to commission, committee, board and staff reports. Historic preservation.
We met tonight. If you, or we're gonna be doing in July 16th, we're gonna be doing a cemetery tour. So if you're interested in acting or being a tour guide for that, let us know. Otherwise, we just talked about policies going forward.
Very good. Reedsburg Area Development. Airport Commission.
We will meet tomorrow.
Personnel Committee.
Personnel committee met for the first time since
you met?
October. Yeah. October of 2022. It was the first round of doing the market adjustment review for the police, which coincides with their 2-year collective bargaining agreement coming up. So we set some base goals and
Got the bar ball rolling on that
a
one.
little bit. So there we go. It was all good. It was all good stuff.
All
No,
good stuff.
no discipline.
That's always good. Room tax.
Tom's not here, but we met last week. 2 out of 3 applications got approved, so they allocated $5,000 each for the community tree lighting ceremony, which is being ran by Jenny Tudo. And then they also allocated $5,000 to the youth hockey for some upgrades to RACA.
Thank you very much. Any other committee, commission, or staff or anything you want to report? Office of the Mayor, I do have one thing I want to touch, and I can't remember, is it which weekend is it, Christine, for garage sales?
It is the 18th through the 20th. of
18th
May.
okay, 18th to the 20th.
They can still sign up.
And you can still sign up at the chamber, so get down there and get signed up. That's usually a very hectic weekend, to say the least, with a lot of people in town, so. It was coming up, want to make sure I hit on that. And annual ethic review, we gotta make sure we sign that sheet. I'm sure Tim will get that around Make sure you sign that, return to Tim or Jake. So we're all ethically, up to date.
The forms that were supposed to be sitting by your seats.
Some of you have to, sign the red, some don't. Just kidding. Dave Knudsen,
Nothing tonight, thank you.
Phil Peterson,
Nothing tonight, thanks.
Missy Friends,
Nothing, thank you.
Adam King,
Nothing tonight.
thanks.
Nothing for me, thanks.
Jake from City Hall,
Nothing tonight.
Tim.
Just a couple of things. Just a reminder, department heads, we have a 10 o'clock department head meeting tomorrow. That's our new schedule. And although we're very far from the end, we did receive the low income tax credit housing grant from WIDA for the project that's going across the street from the high school. Those 55 units that will be over there. We're a long way from the field, or from the
There's a
finish
field over
line.
there. It's a field over there.
Yeah, from the finish line, but we'll get there soon. And this is a big step in that direction. It's worth about 1.3 million. So that'll help us get us there. And then over the weekend, South School had tours. And I led a number of those tours, and we sent about 300 people through those apartments. So 11 apartments, they got to see everything that was there except the basement and the roof. So it was very successful.
You take him on the roof, Tim?
I'm scared to go up there.
You don't do heights, do you?
I'm scared as the roof was aimed at the basement.
The weather was real nice down there.
On behalf of the Reedsburg Lions Club and some other organizations, and with a great deal of support from the community, we assembled, how many beds did we put together, Phil, with Sleep in Heavenly Peace?
We did about 30 complete and about another 15 mostly complete.
That's awesome.
So those can be singles or turned into bunks.
And 7 of those beds were delivered in Reedsburg on Sunday.
Good
There's a huge need in town, and they're a great organization to work with, and we're pleased to be with them. And like I said, it's something that we lose sight of, the fact that there are kids in this town who sleep on the floor every night. So we're glad to do that. The Reedsburg Lion is serving our community.
Awesome stuff. Jason Schulte,
Nothing tonight.
Craig Bonchwick,
Nothing tonight.
Sonny Hyde.
Nothing tonight, thanks.
I have nothing further, so I will take a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Motion by Knudsen,
Second,
seconded by Friend, Shanicia.
and that's fine.
All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? I think so. Carries. Thanks, everybody.
That's your rule.
Hey.